For generations, black women have dealt with constant oppression, each generation making more progress than the last. My great-grandmother dropped out of school after obtaining only a 6th grade education. Soon after dropping out, she did what was normally done. She got married and began having children. She was the mother of 12 kids, and my grandmother, being the oldest, never got to experience anything after the high school level. My mom, she broke the curse, and she attended both college and grad school. Now it's showing both of her daughters have graduated and went on to college. Women are constantly faced with sexism daily, but black women live at the intersection of both sexism and racism. Though the effects of racism and sexism are completely harsh in their own separate entities, black women are faced with the harsh reality of both each and every day. These issues limit the racial and gender wealth gaps, limits black women's access to educational opportunities, and negatively impact their career advancement.
We ain't talking about baseball. We talking about you going off and laying up with another woman and bringing her home to me. That's what we talking about. We're not talking about no baseball.
You're not listening to me. I'm trying to explain it to you the best way I know how. It's not easy for me to admit that I've been standing in the same place for 18 years.
Well, I've been standing with you. I've been right here with you, Troy. I got a life too. I gave 18 years of my life to stand in the same spot as you. Don't you think I ever wanted other things? Don't you think I had dreams and hopes? What about my life? What about me? Don't you think it ever crossed my mind to want to know other men? That I wanted to lay up somewhere and forget about my responsibilities? That I wanted someone to make me laugh so I could feel good? You're not the only one who's got wants and needs, but I held on to you, Troy. I took all my feelings, my wants and needs and dreams, and I buried them.
Pastor mentioned you're a computer at NASA. Pretty heady stuff.
Yes, it is.
They let women handle that sort of... That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I'm just surprised at something so taxing.
Mr. Johnson, if I were you, I'd quit talking right now.
I mean no disrespect.
I will have you know, I was the first Negro female student at West Virginia University Graduate School. On any given day, I analyze the manometer levels for air displacement, friction, and velocity, and compute over 10,000 calculations by hand. So yes, they let women do some things at NASA, Mr. Johnson. And it's not because we wear skirts. It's because we wear glasses.
Planck-Einstein, wavelength relationships. Yes?
I'm Mary Jackson. I'm enrolled.
Well, the curriculum is not designed for teaching a woman.
Well, I imagine it's the same as teaching a man. I don't see a colored section. Should I just take any seat? Thank you.
Okay, Planck-Einstein.
The problem.
Paul, what's happening here?
Mr. Harrison, I would like to attend today's briefing.
Why's that?
Well, sir, the data changes so fast. The capsule changes, the weight and the landing zones are all changing every day. I do my work, you attend these briefings, I have to start over. Colonel Glenn launches in a few weeks. We don't have the man figured out yet.
Why is it she can't attend?
Because she doesn't have clearance, Al.
I cannot do my work effectively if I do not have all of the data and all of the information as soon as it's available. I need to be in that room hearing what you hear.
Pentagon briefings are not for civilians. It requires the highest clearance.
I feel like I'm the best person to present my
You're not gonna
calculations.
let this go, are you?
No, I am not.
And she is a woman. There is no protocol for a woman
Okay,
attending
I
these
get
meetings.
that part, Paul. But within these walls, who makes the rules?
You, sir, you are the boss. You just have to act like one, sir.
Women were labeled as the most educated group in America in 2016. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, between 2009 and 2010, black women earned 68% of all associate degrees, as well as 66% of bachelor's degrees, 71% of master's degrees, and 65% of all doctorates awarded to black students. By both race and gender, a higher percentage of black women are enrolled in college than any other group. Yet, a recent study found that black women make up just 8% of private sector jobs and less than 2% of leadership roles. Black women are often judged by their names before they even step in the door for an interview. A widely cited study published by the National Bureau of Economic Research found that using 5,000 fake American resumes, the study found that the resumes with white-sounding names were 50% more likely to be called for an initial interview than those with black-sounding ones. Meaning that if your name is not Becky or Sarah in today's workforce, black women are limited from getting jobs before they even get to know the type of person and worker they are. Limited portrayals of black women on TV and film have long been related to a section of repetitive, one-dimensional stereotypes. The lack of representation has a direct impact on how black women are viewed off-screen. Ramsey points out the Jezebel, the over-sexualized woman, the mammy, the unattractive dark-skinned maid or slave, and the sassy black friend. This one is self-explanatory. All have their roots in the racist depiction and treatment of black women during the Jim Crow era and beyond, and still come up far too often in mainstream media today, and even in deciding job factors. According to a recent study by Perception Institute, 1 in 5 black women feel social pressure to straighten their hair for work. And though all women worry about how their hair is perceived, black women are much more likely to feel anxiety over the issue than white women are. This comes from the stigma that natural hair looks nappy and dirty, and the perception that braids and weaves are dirty. Black women feel forced to straighten their hair because they fear their hair can limit their opportunity. Black women are being overrepresented at the low-paying end of the spectrum. Black women are underrepresented at the top. Black women barely make up 1% of the high-paying engineering workforce and 3% of computing. And these, unfortunately, are the fields where the gender pay gap is the smallest. Among the few black women who do break into these careers, discriminatory pay and promotion practices discourage many. In 2013, the median white household had 13 times the wealth of the median black household. Specifically, the median white household had about $134,000 to the median black household's $11,000. A recent study stated that black women will not receive equal pay until the year 2124. Black women make up 63 cents to every dollar a white man makes. In some states, the rates are even lower. It took 8 months and 7 days into 2018 for a black woman to catch up to what the white man earned in 2017. This means it takes a little more than 19 months for black women to even reach what a white man makes. When black women choose to stand up for themselves, they're often seen as the angry black woman. Recently, when Serena Williams chose to stand up for what she believed in, she was seen as angry. When male athletes for years have been doing the exact same thing, expressing their anger for the game the same exact way. Gender bias has been around for years, and women have been constantly fighting for equality. The thing about equality is, though white women are now closing the gender gap, how can you truly have gender equality when the black women are still left so far behind? To solve this issue, African American women must continue to push their agenda until something resolves from it. For years, African American women have survived and continue to thrive through oppression. They cannot let denial stop them from who they are destined to be. Continuously, they must be themselves and fight for what is morally right. If they conform to these standards that are set before them, they are just putting the work that those before them fought for in the garbage. In order to be equal, they must be resilient, and when the oppressors go low, they must always take the higher road. They must not accept the fact that just because they're a woman or a black woman in America, they cannot have a seat at the table. These women must know the power they hold and actually use it. Why are black women more affected by gender bias than white women? How can black women continue to make strides in achieving equality? How does society classify African American women? How does this issue affect young African American women? How does bias limit African American women from obtaining top sector jobs? Why does it take so long for a black woman to make what a white man makes in a year? How do black sounding names affect black women in the workforce? Is the Serena Williams incident the perfect representation of what black women go through? If black women are the most educated group in America, why is the wage gap so huge? Can there truly be gender equality if no progress is being made for the black woman?